I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. I think I like this new newspaper we got. Really, they just really, are punchy and get right to the point.
It's just some damn good reporting.
So, last time we got a really good accessory and fought the hag with little to no complications. Absolutely nothing went wrong and I didn't look like a fool on camera.
And that's what's really important.
Yeah. Also in that wagon there, the little detail we were talking about, Bo Rasa is one of the artists, and his name appears there.
He is not. He's not one of the artists. He is the sole artist on this game.
Oh, yeah. I know there's like 2 other cameos, but I thought those were artists as well for some reason.
There's an animator, and I know for a fact, like, the main programmer is in there.
So, I believe I take up a little more time than I'd like to trying to determine who I want to stick in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got a lot of good perks this run. I got 3 people with Unyielding, 2 people with Quick Reflexes. There's a lot of hard decisions to make here.
You've got a lot of deeds and a lot of crests. Are you gonna upgrade the roster or something?
I believe I'm aiming to upgrade the blacksmith at this point. Now, the second place winner for our great and wonderful polls was the Swine Prince.
For some reason I thought we were going to the Siren next.
Nah, I've made 2 polls. One was to determine who we fight first, and the other one would be the runner-up winner, and the runner-up winner was the Swine King.
Okay.
And the rewards are not too great, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, Hellion Pin is a Dark Run pin, and even then it's still something I actively sell every time because I believe it reduces death blow resistance.
I have no idea.
I'd have to take a look at the numbers again, but I remember it having 2 buffs that relate to having low torch and then 3 debuffs. And an interesting thing during EA development, that was a hairpin that actively got nerfed twice, in fact, I believe, because of how powerful it was.
Really?
It was part of the reason why Hellions were so popular is because they had that accessory which just makes their damage idiotic. Now for this run, I made it a point to bring a Arbalist.
Good.
Because this boss's gimmick makes one of her, I honestly consider the skill ultimately useless, but it has one use, and it's here.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really think of too many situations you'd want to use that skill.
Now, the skill in discussion is Flare, which does 3 things. It clears stuns, it clears marks, and it reduces, or it raises torch rate. Now, the big issue here is that stun is a crapshoot due to the initiative system. More than often, you'll have a situation where someone will de-stun themselves before the Arbalist takes her turn, which makes taking Flare worthless.
But if you're going into a fight that is almost entirely reliant on marks, well...
Also bringing Skippy here because I wanted to experiment with something, and I get a result that doesn't quite make a lot of sense, and I don't know why. I'll explain when we get to it. But it may put a wrench in my It may put a wrench in my ability to make a 225% damage leper at one point.
Okay.
Trying to make sure I have everybody right. I remember this time, Shitlin.
Remembering to buy torches. Good.
Not gonna fall for it this time, no sir. I got everything, get some shovels in. Let's bring a key, why not? I'll always bring a key.
I always bring multiple keys.
To the Warrens?
To everywhere.
The ways and rituals of blood sacrifice are difficult to master. Those from beyond require a physical vessel if they are to make the crossing into our reality. The timing of the chants is imperative. Without the proper utterances at precise intervals, the process can fail spectacularly.
So for those that don't know, Chitlin and me have been doing a pathologic stream quite frequently. And one of the characters, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, the intro there for the Swine King reminds me of the Horus specs of all things.
I don't see it.
I think it's mainly because of all the handling of the meat and all the timing and bullshit. But then again, I haven't played Horus specs outside that mistake opening.
Yeah.
Who knows? By the way, play Pathologic. Fun game.
For a certain definition of fun, yes.
So, for, I gotta give credit to, I believe, Geophalazier in the stream. When we were doing the mod development, he just said, yo, why don't you just name every Houndmaster attack Get 'em Scoob? I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea.
This expedition at least promises success.
Now, the weird thing about this team is that it has no real synergy to speak of. It's just good in general.
Well, I mean, you kinda synergize if you had a mark with the both the Arbalist and the Houndmaster.
Oh yeah, that's right. So there is some synergy.
Annihilated.
I just never really use Mark because I keep forgetting to.
Destroyed.
Getting a lot of crits lately.
Obliterated.
Nice.
That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, now you stun the big guy and they don't get a turn. It's fine.
That was such a clean round. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Man, I just kind of remembered something, and this kind of relates to last video. In the thread, somebody says, yeah, you're usually not supposed to get all of that many healing charms, but Wang's a filthy lucker and got all those. And then I just now realized I lucked out and got a super good attack accessory.
Packs laden with loot are often low
Yeah,
on
you're really
supplies.
not showing the game as it's meant to be shown.
And it's gonna get even better.
Did you finally get your head?
Yes.
Ah.
I'm so happy. Now I don't have to run double healers.
I mean, you didn't have to before.
Oh man. So now it's not really all that important to run keys on me anymore.
I mean, unless you want heirlooms to actually upgrade your shit.
That's true, but the trick here is that now that you have all the heads, unless you lose them again, you're not gonna get any more heads. I used to think that once you lose a head, it's gone forever, but on stream, I witnessed the most baffling thing ever. I witnessed Dismas lose his own head to gambling, and then find it again in a dungeon like 5 or 6 runs later.
Yeah, that was a change they actually made shortly after they introduced the Collector, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh.
Basically, yeah, if you lose any of the heads or like the ancestor items, you'll eventually get a chance to get them back.
Okay. I gotta read those patch notes again, because I don't remember that at all. Also, an interesting thing a lot of YouTube people pointed out. The Arbalist has a skill called, Blind Shot. I turned it into Snapshot as homage to XCOM. But, back during early development of Darkest Dungeon on XCOM, Quickfire used to hit corpses, which makes it wickedly unreliable.
Watch your step.
And somewhere along the line in development, that changed to where Quickshot will always hit a living being.
So no longer blind fire into corpses now.
Yeah, which is really nice, actually. Because that really pissed me off.
Man, your torch is so low. What are you doing?
I don't know, I think it's a mix of overconfidence from the last run And me thinking, like, everybody wants to see Dark Torch runs. I should lay off the torch.
Give them no quarter.
But remember, you know, overconfidence is a really slow and insidious killer.
Remind yourself. I can't do this guy's voice. Why am I even trying? I forgot about that skill. So, during the first dev stream, at the last second, I made a joke about Kung Fu Hustle. And then somebody said, hey, you should totally put that in the boar swine. No, you said I should put it on the abomination.
Yes.
So we have 2 people in the game now that just go, swing in the chain, swing in the chain.
Good.
Oh, this mod is so stupid. I love it. I need to work on it again, but I'm hoping that the thread will provide some good content, as well as possibly the YouTube comments.
Well, I mean, what you need to do is just record another month's worth of footage, so you have a month to work on it.
Well, this is going to be about 2 weeks, because this is...
Why didn't you open the treasure?
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows.
That's a good question, actually.
A glint of gold.
I think I didn't have a key, so I was just like, I shouldn't fucking bother.
That's
Oh, I know what I do it. You know what I do during boss fights, right, Chitlin?
No.
I scout the floor, because this happens, and I go right the fuck back, use...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Your ultimate cheese strat.
It's not cheesing, it's being efficient. Speaking of...
Oh, nice.
I'm only ever gonna get rubies now.
Yeah.
I'm so torn on what to remove here.
Okay. I mean, as much as I hate watching you backtrack through a fucking hallway, the amount of times I've gone in to fight a boss only to get a collector showing up in the last corridor to ruin my fucking run.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of horror stories about that, which is why I do this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason. I just don't agree.
I'm also really mad that I completely forgot to get marching formation, which is a free force speed.
A chance to steal oneself against the coming horrors.
Her moves are so... Her camping moves are so worthless.
Restring crossbow's pretty great.
It's good if she was gonna take an offensive role, but she's not. It'd be waste.
She has a giant fuck off crossbow, Wang. What else are you gonna use her for? Oh, I'm gonna take this person with a giant fucking weapon. I'm gonna have to use bandages. Yeah. Is that good? I hate you.
She's actually not gonna use bandages this run. She's gonna be shooting flares, so it's gonna be wasting time units, honestly.
Just.
I was just sitting here like, I should make more mistakes, because an angry shitlin is quite frankly funny. I've learned this from streaming Pathologic, because I know a lot of you don't watch the stream, and I respect that, but during the streams...
It's reasonable to not watch that fucking stream.
I do so many things to piss off Chitlin. One of them being, I just pick up rats off the ground and never use them.
A blazing star.
You don't even know how to gamble with the rats.
No, we found it out last stream.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Anyways, serious LP time. We gotta be comprehensive now.
Okay, fine.
Say hello to the only enemy that takes up 3 spaces. And yes, the gimmick of this boss is demonstrating the mark system. What's gonna happen is Wilbur is gonna mark various targets for the king to attack because the Swine King is blind. He has no eyeballs. However, if you remove those marks, his gimmick is forfeit. Trying to figure out what I want to do here because everybody's fine.
Yeah. Might as well pile on the damage at this point.
Yep. Now, there is a bit of a caveat. Most of you who are first playing this game and are not past the LP are probably wondering, well, if this is a gimmick involving the tiny dude, why don't I just fucking take out the tiny dude? He won't be able to mark, and then the king will be a big stupid idiot.
I mean, that was my thought the first time I went up against this guy.
I will actually demonstrate why you don't do that next turn. I also gotta make mention that something happens in between here that throws me off. At this point, Skippy loses his attack buff. But yeah, here's why you don't attack the little guy. Satan Cleaver appears.
Yep.
High damage, huge stun rate. Don't attack the kid.
And whatever you do, don't kill the kid while the king's still alive.
Yeah, because if you do that, you will only see Obliterate Masses, which is the original name of the attack.
Yes.
I change it, and that's the miss note.
Good.
But yeah, I actually like this boss. This is very clever encounter design, and it plays to it. It's good because not only does it force you to think and approach this trope in a different manner, but it also makes certain characters act in a different way that they would not normally act under. Also, wow, the initiative timer there, goodness. You got an attack off.
Oh well. Not like it fucking matters.
Yeah, let's squander this opportunity. But yeah, the Swine King is not complicated, but it's still an interesting boss fight, in my opinion, mechanically, because you don't really see fights like this anymore. Especially in most modern RPGs where it comes down to stack damage, forget gimmicks. Gimmicks are boring, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time you see a big boss with a little helper dude, you kill the little helper, because that's just how it's designed, but I mean, this game actively punishes you for thinking like a video game. Yeah,
which is smart. In other video games, like, the big example that I hate to this day is Star Ocean 4, where the final boss is literally trillions of HP.
Ooh.
And his one gimmick is I do AoE. So you know what that boiled down to? A 2-hour-long boss fight where I just spam skills and spam AoE skills. I'm pretty sure I lost brain cells because of that game. But yeah, once you kill the king, Wilbur actually gets a little tougher, because now he gets a AoE mass stun, and in harder difficulties he does it twice.
Yep.
So, in a weird reality that totally didn't happen in one of my save files, no sir, Wilbur can fucking kill you.
Yeah, he can effectively keep your team locked down to the point where you just can't do anything.
Have you ever been squealed to death? Because that's pretty fucking embarrassing.
I mean, the good news is that if you kill the king and run away from Wilbur, you still get credit for beating the boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at this point I realized, wait a minute, I still have a biscuit. What?
Wow. You could have fed your dog, Wang.
I know. Like, I believe in an earlier episode I mentioned the elixir mindset where I just try to... where everybody's just like, I gotta save this for the final boss, and then you never use it on the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
I think there I just straight up forgot, because I actively used it against cultists.
A handsome
reward. Yeah, you fucked up those cultists real good.
I think I just didn't use it because it didn't feel like it was necessary against the Swine King, because the Swine King, once you get down to it, isn't hard.
No.
And even when you don't know the gimmick, it's just a damage race. Oh no! Skippy got a disease from a... what?
It's one hell of a paper cut.
Ow, paper cut!
I mean, it's a stress disease, so he must have read something really fucked up.
He got a paper cut in the webbing of his fingers. That was the disease.
Trinkets and
oh no, books!
Paid for in blood.
God, have you ever gotten a cut there? It's really fucking awful.
I can't say I have, no. You might as well throw away the dog treat.
Yeah.
Such
Nothing else is
bodies
going to
are
be as
surprising.
threatening.
These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
But yeah, so we took out the Swine King, so we got a whole other half of the dungeon to explore. I'm going looting.
Yeah, might as well. Doesn't stop you.
The darkness
Yeah.
holds dominion.
Nothing like, say, a collector or a shambler.
Death.
Well, I don't see any big fights on the map aside from that one room battle, which a shambler cannot appear in.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're an idiot and make every fight a shambler fighter.
That was really funny, in my opinion, actually.
In radiance, may we find victory.
For those that are unaware, which you probably are because this was like a conversation between Chitlin and I, when I mentioned I started modding the game, Chitlin was like, oh cool, I should try that out too. And he made a situation where, what was it, the first fight ever was for
First fight in the tutorial was a shambler. Yeah, I originally started, just made it one shambler, then two, then I made all shamblers take up one space and put 4 shamblers in the first fight.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I wanted to see if I could.
I think I asked you as well, I was like, can you put the Swine King and the Hag in there as well?
I tried putting multiple bosses in the same fight, it just crashes the game.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I could put 4 Wilburs in the fight.
Execute
If you
Which I
want to
did.
die.
unity.
That was actually easier than the 4 shamblers, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it worked out fine for me.
See, Chitlin's activities here, that's the road to madness.
Masterfully executed. Success so clearly in view.
Ugh, man.
Or is it merely a trick of the
Modding is fun.
light?
It really is, which brings me to a problem. I'm an amateur modder, and you know what I did? I did the best thing in the world where I directly modified the game's files, and I didn't back up a damn thing.
Fantastic.
So, I don't know if this will happen, but in the rare case that Red Hook updates their game, I stand the distinct risk of the update forcing me to fix my files, and then right back to square one.
Yep. You should really back up the files you've modified.
Yep,
So you could easily apply them again.
I think I did that right after the first dev stream, so there's that
Okay.
at least.
Not gonna do those room battles?
I plan to do some, but I don't think I do all of them because I'm full up on loot.
Yeah.
Right now I am juggling what I want to keep. Besides, fighting doesn't really increase your EXP gain at the end. That is a rough determination from the quest itself. Fighting doesn't give you
Right.
EXP.
Only ending the quest does.
Ooh,
Alright. Let's lose a quirk.
time to save $6,000. Like, you've no idea how wonderful that is to see, and that is the best quirk to remove.
Yep. I mean, you could have rolled badly and gotten zoophobia removed.
Oh no, I'm afraid of beasts. What would I do as healer? But yeah, that's distinctly why I like bringing torches to the warrens, because once you see a scroll, it's just like, ooh, money saved. Man. Skippy. Why do you fear books?
Skippy's not a man of letters.
Nah, he's a man of the strings. Yeah, not a bad run. 16,000 gold from that. And a very useful head.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lucy is our first level 3 healer, and now is out of the running for the rest of the bosses.
Yep.
Next time, we fight the Siren.
About damn time.